evening and welcome to the Sports Bar with me, Jamie O'Hara, and him over there, the man who still hasn't calmed down since yesterday. He's Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Tottenham Hotspur? Has anyone seen Newcastle United? Graeme Courtney and Deck. Can you hear me and Deck? You must have one hell of a beating. St James's Park, Alan Shearer, Gaza, Kevin Keegan, the two army, Anthony Gordon, Callum Wilson, Sam Fender, Ollie Clink, Angel of the North. Can you hear me, Angel? Can you hear me, Angel? You must have one hell of a beating. Tyne Bridge, Sting, Nuki Brown Ale, Matt Hancock, Steve Harmison, Steve Harvey Harmison, Steve Harvey Harmison. You must have one hell of a beating. Kieran Trippier, can you hear me? You must have one hell of a beating.
Such a child. A massive night, Champions League action. We're here to take your calls on it all. Newcastle, they lose in Dortmund at the bottom of their group. What's happened? Their fans a bit underwhelmed by their European campaign after a great start. Would it be so bad, though, if you dropped into the Europa League? You still got to get there. You can't finish bottom. 03717223344. Celtic are battered 6-0 by Atletico Madrid. It's 11 seasons now since they qualified for the knockout stages. Is it time Scotland's automatic qualification spot is given to someone else? There's no point you being in the competition. You get battered every single season. You're finishing bottom, you're out of Europe. Ridiculous. 03717223344. City as well. Comfortable winners against young boys as they qualify for the knockout stages. Can you see past them to win this league? Can you see past them to win everything? I mean, they're just so good. They've got the best players in every position and on the bench. Get involved. We want to hear from you. 03717223344. Woo! Hello, mate.
Yo. Oh, mate, honestly.
How's your day been?
Oh, I've had a great day, mate.
I bet you have.
Oh, I've had a great day.
Been a bumper day for you,
woke
isn't
up
it?
this morning, mate, honestly, the smell of the flowers, I could smell them coming through the window. It
Honestly.
felt like a spring day, the cut of the grass. The sun was shining. I thought it was going to be April going into May. We'll have a lovely summer, looking forward. It's one of those type of days. You know the day you're glad to be alive, Jamie?
Yeah.
You know that type of day? How's yours been?
I've had a great day because we're still second. And you're still 10th.
Second last night as well.
Yeah. You're still 10th, mate, and we're still second. All right? I've had to go on Sky Sports. I've had to front up.
Honestly.
I've got absolutely savaged because of all the shouts. I've had memes coming my way. I've had people messaging me. Honestly, my Twitter's been non-stop. It's been ridiculous. And look, I'll back my team. I'll back my team. I'll back Ange. I'll back the High Line. I'll back us.
Jay,
We go, you know, that's who we are. As Ange said,
Jay,
it's who we are, mate.
Spurs are all fart and no poo. I've told you that. That's who you are.
Still second.
But you are, mate.
We are still second.
All a load of noise, load of air. Where is it? It just disappears.
Yeah.
That's who you are. All fart and no poo, mate.
Oh dear! Look, Champions League tonight, mate.
Yeah.
We've both of our teams not in it, so that sums us up from last season.
Well, you know, we have had our glory days in this. It's been a tricky last 18 months, 2 years, but yes, we hope to be back there one day. But I watched the Newcastle game.
Yes, you watched it.
Yeah, he went slightly safe. Look, they got injuries, Newcastle. They couldn't even name a full bench. Couldn't name a full bench.
You know, he had a lot of English players out there.
He did. I think it's the most. I did see a stat. Was it 8 English players that started?
Yeah, I think it's the most ever.
I don't know if it's the most ever, but it's the most in a lot in a very. Anyway, either way, it's a lot. Whatever way you want to dress it up.
Yeah.
And they went there. Dortmund started brightly, mate. Dortmund sensed blood. They had a couple of skirmishes going forward, Newcastle, but they deserved to take the lead. Dortmund, and then he's made the change at half-time. Almiron warmed up just before half-time. He's made the change. Didn't really, have the impact you hoped. And they had taken a point. A point would have been a great result for them, bearing in mind.
Oh, yeah.
Bearing in mind they got beat at home. That's the result that's killed them at the minute. Dortmund at home.
Yeah.
Away at Milan, great result. A draw. Didn't play particularly well. Nick Pope was brilliant. Rode their luck a little bit. PSG blew them out the water. A sensational performance. And since then, mate, it's gone a bit south. It's gone a bit south.
Yeah, but they played Dortmund. They beat them twice, home and away.
Yeah.
Dortmund are a top side.
No, they are.
They are a top side. And look at the injury list that Newcastle have got right now.
Yeah. No. You're right to mention that. But I felt his team selection was. I felt he was thinking that get to half times an hour 0-0, bring on Gordon, bring on Almiron. I think that was what he was probably thinking. Didn't go to plan, really.
You're starting to see this season how good, the big boys are, like Manchester City, when the teams are struggling in Europe, aren't they? Or either they have a really good game in Europe and then struggle at the weekend, or have a really good game at the weekend and then struggle in Europe.
Well, it's the best squads. City have got the best squad. You don't do what they did last season, and doing what they're probably going to go very close again on all fronts again, without having a deep squad, mate. And you and I are going through the players they've got.
Man City?
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Can we mention Foden tonight as well?
Oh, joy to watch.
Okay.
He's playing against an average side, but you still got to do it.
You expect to beat young boys, right? Of course you would, but especially at home. But, it was one of those games that Foden
just glides around, doesn't he?
23.
Is he only 23?
He's 23.
I feel like he's been playing for like 5 years.
He has.
That's ridiculous.
That's right.
He's won 4 Premier Leagues, hasn't he?
No, he's won Champions. He's won his list is...
It's outrageous.
We've got to go to a break in a minute.
I know.
It is sensational. But going back to Newcastle, this is where the strength and depth in the squad really does show. Injuries, they've to beat Arsenal at the weekend with the problems they've got was admirable. But then you've got to go away to Dortmund. Then all of a sudden, these games start to rack up. And these next 2 games, they've got PSG away, the next one. Looking at the group table, they're bottom, but it isn't as bad as it could be. They're a bottom on 4. AC Milan, because they beat PSG tonight, are on 5 points. PSG are in second on 6th, and Dortmund on 7. So there's 3 points that separates every single one of those teams. It's in all their hands.
Yeah.
It's in all their hands.
There's still all to play for Newcastle.
It's a sensational group, yeah. They said group of death. I still think Newcastle will go. I think Newcastle are good enough to go to PSG and beat Milan at home.
Do you think it'd be good for them to drop into the Europa League? They're not going to win the Champions League, are they?
Probably not, no.
If they dropped into the Europa League, they'd be amongst maybe the favourites.
Yeah. I hear, that logic makes... But once you're there, Jay...
Okay, I know, but they've had them up, right. Yeah, but here's a question. Right, Newcastle fans, they got there. They've loved it. It's been amazing. The home game's been electric. They've had to travel away to Dortmund and, they've gone to Germany. They're back amongst it, right? They're not quite good enough. We can see that. The injuries are costing them, right? So they've had their moments. They've had a really good group with some big European sides. They finished third to go into the Europa League. They could win that competition, win a trophy. It's probably not the worst thing for them.
It's a nice silver lining. I think that most Newcastle fans, if they give it a go, if they can go, I don't see any reason why they can't go to Paris and win. Honestly, I don't. They'll have to play. They'll have to be a little bit more aggressive than they were tonight, though. They went there tonight. Eddie Howe's gone there looking to contain, and it's a tough place to go, Dortmund. We're talking about one of these sides that know their way around Europe very well and have done it for the last since Newcastle have been out of Europe. I guarantee they've been in Europe every single season. So we're talking about a team and a club that knows how to deal with the weekend games and come in midweek as well in the Champions League or Europa League and so on and so forth. But this is a football club that's going places. If they do finish third, it's not a disaster because I think they can go into the Europa League. We've seen West Ham. Do well in Europe. We've seen Rangers do well. We've seen these clubs that can go in and when you drop down, the standard slightly lower, Jay.
Yeah.
It would not be a disaster, but right now, mate, where they are, the luck of the draw. Who knows what you're going to do? Who knows what you're going to get?
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.